the last surviving progeny, the last one on this side of the world. And they say he measured half a mile from tip to tail, silver and black with powerful fins. And they say he could split a mountain in two, and that's how we got the Grand Canyon. Great American whale. Now some say they saw him off the Great Lakes, and some say they saw him off the coast of Florida. My mother said she saw him in Chinatown, but you can't always trust your mother. Off the coast of Carolinas, the sun shines brightly in the day, and that lighthouse glows ghostly at night. The chief of a local Indian tribe killed a racist mayor's son, and he'd been on death row since 1958. Now that mayor's kid was a rowdy pig. You know, he spit on Indians and much worse. So that old chief buried a hatchet in his head. You know, life compared to death for him seemed worse. The tribal brothers gathered at the lighthouse to sing. Storm and rain. The harbor parted, the great whale sprang full up, and he caused a tidal wave. The wave crushed the jail and freed the chief. On that tribe, they let out a roar. Some were drowned and some were set free, but sadly, one thing more. Some local yokel member of the NRA, well, he kept a bazooka in his living room. And thinking he had that chief in his sights, well, Brother Jay, he blew out that whale's brains with a lead harpoon. Last great American whale. Too much for anything. Land and water the least. And animal life is low on the totem pole. And human life not worth more than infected yeast. And some folks don't care too much for beauty. They'll spit in a river, pour battery acid in a stream. Wash up on the beach, you know, and then they complain that they can't swim. They say that things are done for the majority. Well, don't believe half of what you see and none of what you hear. It's like my painter friend Donald said to me, stick a fork in their ass and turn them over. They're done.